Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Picture Astrology. In today's video we will talk about Leo Ascendant horoscope and how Jupiter behaves in the 4th house, that is in the Scorpio sign. In general we will look into areas like your family, your mother, father, your work life, your immovable properties like home, lands, vehicles. We will also see how this position impacts your children and creativity, and we'll see one very important factor, that how this position has certain implications on your health. And in the end we'll also have a quick look at a couple of very quick and easy, simple yet very effective remedies. So let's first begin with the 4th house significations. Because Jupiter is placed in the 4th house, and 4th house represents your family, your home, your mother. Because of these, generally the person's or native's mother and the early home, the family or the home environment at the time of birth is either very spiritual, religious, or very ethical and moral. Because Jupiter is the planet which represents all of these good qualities, and it has a direct influence on mother as well as the father, because Jupiter aspects directly to the 10th house, which represents the father of the native. So the mother, father, parents as well as the family members, they provide a very nurturing and caring environment in which the childhood of the person is spent. So from the early childhood, these great qualities are ingrained in the native, and thus they become very ethically and morally inclined. This position makes the person very interested in philosophy. They love a great philosophical discussion with anyone. They respect knowledge, and that helps in getting them good education, because 4th house is also house of education. Now, since this Jupiter has a direct aspect on the 10th house, and one of the signification of the 10th house is your work environment, or how well you do in your work life. So all these great qualities which are imparted to you by your family through your childhood really helps them, or really helps you earn a good name in your public life. You are recognized as an ethically inclined person, which is a great thing, and for most part of your life you are very active in your social circle, and also very much always contributing and involved in social and welfare schemes for others. Now, 4th house is also house of your inner peace. It shows your inherent internal nature. 4th house is the house of night. It is the 12 o'clock at midnight, which means it is the most hidden part of the entire day. And in the person's nature, it represents that inner, very inner part which nobody else sees. So the Jupiter's presence here actually shows that a person who inherently has a wonderful personality, a very happy-go-lucky person, really very optimistic, or someone who can remain happy and always see the brighter side of things in any situation of life. So in this regard, it is a wonderful situation. Similarly, 4th house is the house of your immovable properties and your vehicles, the kind of home you buy, the landed properties or farmland or farmhouse you buy. So presence of Jupiter does two things. One, it is obviously very good for material gain, so it is a great position. Second, you have a love for old things. Even if you buy home, you want to live in a house which has some old character, like a house which is built few hundred years ago, or you don't actually like to be in a very modern looking house. Or if you live in a modern house, you would probably fill your house with furniture which is old, or things, or you will collect antiques of any kind. Or you will definitely have old philosophical books, really old ancient texts you would love to read and talk about. Because this Jupiter really gives you a great inclination towards history. You are really aware historically, and you always want to learn from your roots. You want to learn from your ancestors. You want to learn from your past. So this position, either you will have an old home, or you will have, old furniture, or something which reminds you of your past, or which helps you learn from your past, will always be with you. So overall, for the fourth house related aspects, this is a great position. But the only problem is too much of empathy. So what happens many times, that because of the inherently helping nature of the person, you try to help others, which is a great thing, but many times you make their problem your own. You not only try to help them to the best of your abilities, but you get overly worried when you cannot help. So you must, many times I have to give this advice for people who have this placement, that help others as much as you can, but remember, you cannot boil the ocean. You cannot solve everybody's problem alone. So just do your best and leave the rest to God. Feel happy. You cannot just always take it upon you to help everybody. So just remember that too much of everything is bad, and same goes with your helping nature or with your empathy. Okay, now let's see the health implication or effect on the health of the person for this placement. So generally people think that for the health related matter, only the sixth house lord, the planets posited in the sixth house can affect your health. But that's not the case. Every planet position in the horoscope affect your health, or ill health or issues with the health in some way or the other. Now Jupiter inherently is a benefic planet. For Leo Ascendant, it is lord of fifth house because there is Sagittarius here, and 8th house because there is sign Pisces here. So 5th house lord makes Jupiter a great benefic, but the 8th house lordship does give a tendency to create some problem. But overall though, still Jupiter is a big benefic for Leo Ascendant. But now let's see health implication. Now 4th house represents your chest area or area around your rib cage. Jupiter is a planet of expansion. Jupiter represents fat in the body, and Scorpio sign is a watery sign which is very conducive for increasing fat in the body. So what this Jupiter does is actually two things. One, it gives you a very broad body structure. So the chest of the person is actually very broad. It doesn't give you a tiny little body. And second, it gives you a tendency to increase or accumulate fat very, very quickly. So, this is one thing which you need to be aware of, that a high accumulation of fat can lead to some problem with your breathing, because it is around your rib cage, around your lung area, and other fat related problems like diabetes, etc. So that is the only one health problem which has been commonly seen because of this placement of Jupiter. We will see one good remedy for it at the end of the video, which can help you mitigate some of the health problem which we just talked about. Now let's talk about children. Jupiter is the Karaka of children. Jupiter is also the lord of Sagittarius, which is the 5th house. So the 5th house also represents your kids. Thus Jupiter has a big say, in this horoscope as far as children are concerned. Now, if you've seen my other videos, you probably know by now that any placement where the lord of the house, in this case the lord of the 5th house, hit this house because it has Sagittarius, when the lord goes one place behind that house, which is in technical terms called 12th from the house itself, then it is not the best of the position. However, though, Jupiter is in the cardinal house, which means Jupiter is very strong. So Jupiter is strong, which is good, which generally shows that you will have the bliss of children in your life. But because of the 12th position, there could definitely be certain delays, and some medical help might also be needed. But here now I come to the part of remedy. Now remember two things. Jupiter, since it's in the cardinal position, it is strong. That generally means the bliss of Jupiter will be in your life, which means you will get children, though some delays or some medical help could be there. But if you do this this remedy, and this remedy is also helpful for your health related issues, which could be due to excess of fat in the body. One very good thing is eat or have some turmeric every day. Now, very small turmeric, just a pinch of turmeric, maybe in some lukewarm water, and drink it, every night or every evening or every morning. That is a very potent remedy. It, I've seen it help both in matter of kids as well as reducing fat in the body. The other thing you should do is you should avoid eating bananas, because it's people who have this Jupiter have a body type where cough and fat is exponentially increased when a ripe banana is eaten. So avoid these two things, and you will probably find fantastic changes in your life. Other than this, obviously Jupiter, I can actually go on and on, because Jupiter aspects your 8th house, so it will show that you have a good longevity. Jupiter aspects your 12th house, it shows you have a very generous nature. You probably, don't think twice before spending money, and the aspect on 12th house also give you good pleasures of life, etc. So there are many things in details we can go about, but that would probably take too much time, so I'm going to rest this video here. I hope you guys like it. Please do like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Please put in your comments so that I know what you guys want to hear next from me. So until we see you again, have a wonderful life. Bye bye.